Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Roman Reigns reunited with the Usos and Sami Zayn to even the odds against the new Bloodline a couple of months ago. While this marked a massive twist in the Bloodline story, it ended up being a distraction for Jey Uso and Sami Zayn's singles careers on WWE Raw. Over the past few months, both Jey Uso and Sami Zayn have been two of the biggest stars on the Red brand. Jey Uso has turned out to be one of the most popular stars on the entire roster, leading to him winning his first-ever singles title a few months ago. During a recent edition of Busted Open Radio's Holiday Party, WWE analyst Sam Roberts addressed the possibility of Jey Uso winning the World Championship next year and stated that it was likely the future. In addition to that, the WWE personality stated that Jey Uso sacrificed his singles career to rejoin the Bloodline. I could easily see it, and that's not something you might have said even a year ago. But I mean that reaction he got winning the Intercontinental title and the fact that people were divided when he lost it. Even though you kind of knew the reason he lost was so he could rejoin the Bloodline, the fact that people were still split on that, saying, yeah, but I really just wanted him to be the Intercontinental Champion, kind of shows it all, stated Sam Roberts. 41:50 onwards. Roman Reigns is expected to be in action on January 6th. Roman Reigns is currently advertised to appear during WWE Raw's debut on Netflix, and a massive report has garnered a lot of attention lately. A recent update stated that the OTC is expected to be in action during the show, which has made headlines all around the globe. While Roman Reigns' opponent during the show is still a question, it is clear that WWE has some massive plans for the star on January 6th. Fans will now have to wait and see what the company has in store for the star. The WWE Universe was left in shock during last Friday's SmackDown when Solo Sikoa, one of Roman Reigns' most trusted enforcers, suffered a heartbreaking loss in a high-stakes match against LA Knight. The defeat came as a surprise to fans and analysts alike, sparking intense debate about why the indomitable Solo would fall so decisively. However, a leading wrestling analyst claims the loss wasn't due to weakness or underperformance. Instead, it was a strategic sacrifice designed to pave the way for a monumental reunion between Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, the match that shook the WWE Universe. The evening started with LA Knight delivering a fiery promo, declaring he was ready to take down Roman Reigns at the upcoming Royal Rumble. Knight's meteoric rise had earned him a shot at the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, but before he could reach Reigns, he needed to go through Solo Sikoa. The match itself was a brutal war, with both men showcasing their unparalleled resilience. Solo, known for his ruthless Samoan spike and devastating power, unleashed a relentless assault on Knight. But Knight, riding high on the momentum of his recent victories, managed to rally the crowd behind him. The climax came when Knight countered a Samoan spike into his trademark BFT finisher, securing the shocking win. While Knight celebrated his victory, the camera cut backstage to Roman Reigns watching the match. His expression was unreadable, part disappointment, part calculation. The loss was more than just a dent in the Bloodline's aura of invincibility. It was a crack in the foundation of Reigns' empire. The analyst's take: the reason he lost. The next morning, noted wrestling analyst Brian Kendrick shared his insights during an interview on a popular wrestling podcast. According to Kendrick, Solo's loss wasn't an accident. Solo Sikoa doesn't lose cleanly, Kendrick began. This guy has been protected since day one for a reason. The fact that he lost to LA Knight, clean in the middle of the ring, tells me one thing. It's all part of a bigger plan. And that plan is centered around Roman Reigns. Kendrick elaborated, suggesting that Solo's loss was orchestrated to create vulnerability within the Bloodline. Roman thrives on control. For the past 3 years, he's held onto the Universal title, not just because of his skill, but because of the unity within the Bloodline. Solo's loss creates doubt, and that doubt is going to force Roman to step back into the fray and do what he does best: reunite his family and remind everyone who's truly in charge, planting the seeds for reconciliation. The Bloodline story has been one of betrayal, redemption, and family. Over the past year, The faction has splintered, with Jimmy and Jey Uso walking away from Reigns' oppressive leadership. Jey Uso even jumped to Monday Night Raw, leaving Roman with only Solo and Paul Heyman to maintain his empire. But Kendrick believes that Solo's loss could be the key to bringing the family back together. "Think about it," Kendrick said. "The bloodline is fractured. Roman needs to prove that he can still lead. By allowing Solo to lose, he's setting up a situation where he can call on Jimmy and Jey to reunite, not out of fear, but out of necessity. He needs them now more than ever." Kendrick's theory gained traction when WWE's official social media accounts posted a cryptic video of Roman Reigns later that night. In the video, Reigns is seen in a dimly lit room, speaking directly to the camera. "This family has been through wars," Reigns said. "We've been tested, and we've always come out stronger. Solo fell tonight, but sometimes you have to fall to rise again. The bloodline isn't broken. We're just waiting for the right moment to remind everyone who we are." Fan reactions and speculation. Fans quickly took to social media to dissect the implications of Reigns' words. Many speculated that a reunion between Reigns and the Usos could happen as soon as the Royal Rumble. Others suggested that Solo's loss might lead to tension between him and Reigns, potentially setting up a power struggle within the bloodline. One particularly intriguing theory came from a fan who noted that Paul Heyman had been unusually quiet during the match. "Heyman didn't interfere, didn't try to distract the ref, nothing," the fan wrote. What if Heyman is orchestrating all of this? He's always been the puppet master behind Roman's dominance. What's next for the bloodline? The WWE has a knack for long-term storytelling, and the Bloodline saga has been no exception. With the Royal Rumble just weeks away, all eyes are on Roman Reigns and his next move. Kendrick believes the reunion will happen sooner rather than later. "Roman isn't going to let this loss define the bloodline," he said. "If anything, he's going to use it as fuel. My prediction? We'll see a full-blown reunion at WrestleMania. Roman, the Usos, and Solo, all united, all unstoppable." However, not everyone agrees with Kendrick's optimistic outlook. Some analysts argue that Solo's loss could signal the beginning of the end for the bloodline. This could be the moment where Solo realizes he doesn't need Roman, one commentator speculated. Maybe he steps out of Roman's shadow and carves his own path. A story of sacrifice. As the dust settles from Solo's loss, one thing is clear. The story of the bloodline is far from over. Whether Solo's defeat was a calculated sacrifice or a genuine setback, it has reignited interest in the faction's future. For Roman Reigns, the path forward is uncertain. Will he use this moment to rally his family and reclaim their dominance? Or will Solo's loss prove to be the crack that shatters the bloodline for good? The answer may lie in the weeks to come, as WWE continues to build toward one of the most anticipated Royal Rumble events in recent memory. One thing is certain. When it comes to the bloodline, every loss, every betrayal, and every sacrifice serves a purpose. And for Roman Reigns, that purpose may be the ultimate reunion, a moment where the family rises once more to cement their legacy as the greatest faction in WWE history.